Hello, I'm Rachel, and this week I have a What's for Dinner with a grocery haul for you. Bear with me, this is my very first grocery haul, and I kind of speed through it, but I will work on getting better at it. To start off, I have some applesauce pouches, some hazelnut creamer for the husband, some Parmesan cheese, white corn tortilla, a couple of pizza crusts, hamburger and hot dog buns, some buttery rounds crackers, some Mrs. T's pierogies, and a pack of chocolate chip cookie dough just in case of an emergency, some slow cooker liners, some cereal, a bunch of different cereals. Here we really like to snack on that. Some Red Lobster, Cheddar Bay biscuits, chicken thighs, 4 packs of ground beef, 2 packs of hot dogs, and some Black Forest ham, some feta cheese, and also some block cheeses. I've really been on a cheese and crackers kick lately. We have some pepperoni for a side dish that I'm going to make, and also to go with those crackers. These sausage patties were a substitution. I don't generally buy these. 1 zucchini and 8 ears of corn. A head of lettuce. Some saltine crackers, some apple juice for my meds, and 2 pineapples. A gallon of milk and some Olive Garden salad dressing, 2 bell peppers, 1 tiny head of broccoli, a gallon of milk, some ditalini or ditalini, and a beef roast. Our first meal, I was stuck working late, and I came home and the hubby was making steak for dinner, and here we're discussing whether or not it's done. I like my steak rare, he likes it well done, and so he usually wins, and this was our well done steak and fried potatoes. Next, I'm making some pierogies. My son has been requesting them. I'm not sure where he ate them before, but he was describing them to me and said that he wanted some, so I was attempting to make them. I probably should have started by putting them in the pan with the butter and then adding the garlic and the sausage, but I didn't, and so I ended up with some burnt garlic and some burnt pierogies, but in the end they were fine. Luckily we like burnt pieces and they tasted fine, but here I am just kind of trying to rearrange everything with my tiny little spoon and eventually just decide to reach in. I don't have much feeling in my fingertips anymore, so it wasn't that hard. The instructions on the box said that you could saute these, and I'm sure that this goes beyond saute, but they actually tasted really good. For the next meal, I am chopping up an onion, and this onion was so strong, I was literally crying. I was in tears, and I'm telling you, I had to attempt to chop onions while I had my eyes closed and try not to rub the tears out of my eyes because I was literally blinded by my own tears. I'm making some super easy barbecue beef sandwiches in the crock pot. All I'm doing is putting my beef roast in the crock pot, and then I'm going to add the chopped onions right on top. Next, I just started by putting in 1 can of diced green chilies, some salt, and some pepper, and some paprika, and some cayenne pepper, and some garlic powder. And that is it. I put the lid on, and later we'll add some barbecue sauce to this. To go with the sandwiches, I'm going to make some corn on the cob. And I just start off by removing the husk, and I decided that I was just going to get right to it by cutting the ends off of it. I know there are a lot of corn on the cob hacks out there, but I just was dead set on doing it this way, and it was okay. So here's the corn. It's almost ready to go in. I did put a little bit more time in and get some more of the little hairs off of it. But it was a really good side dish and easy. So sometimes you just have to sit with your pineapple and think, how am I going to cut this thing? So I've only ever bought a fresh pineapple maybe 2 times before ever. So I just went at it the way that seemed logical. I don't have any fancy tools in the house for pineapple because we don't eat fresh pineapple that much, but it's just been sounding good. And so I bought a couple, and I plan to put some of it on the grill later, but I knew that my guys would want to eat it just chunked up. So I'm just getting that chopped up or peeled. Getting all the little brown spots off. And then I'll just cut it into chunks and then put it into a Ziploc bag and put it in the fridge until it's dinner time. This will be our dessert tonight. I really do enjoy the transition that we're going through from the winter cooking into the spring and summer options where the fresh fruit becomes more available and in season and more affordable. So a lot of the things that we would normally have, like brownies or cakes that require the oven, we won't be having so much of. And basically just going to lighter, fresher food options. I don't know, does everybody else do this, or is it just my family? And I don't know. I kind of think that everybody seems to switch it up and start eating more fresh. I think this pineapple got sweeter as it sat in the bag in its own juice. At the end of the day, I just went in and just kind of mashed up the meat. It was really tender and falling apart. I did drain off some of the oil or the drippings and put some barbecue sauce in, and then I stirred it up. We taste tested it and decided it needed a little bit more sauce, but it was so delicious, and you can see all those onions have cooked down. So for the corn, I just put it in a pot of water with some butter and some salt and put the lid on and cooked it until it was tender. This was the finished meal. It was very good. I always pile my sandwiches up like this on the bun, and then I end up eating it with a fork because it's so sloppy. But we just had the barbecue beef sandwiches on hamburger buns and had the pineapple chunks on the side. Hello, I am in the parking lot. I'm getting ready to go into the store to buy snacks. So earlier on Sunday, I bought groceries. I didn't get much, just what I felt we needed to get through the week. And here it is Friday. I have grandkids that are coming over for the afternoon, and then I'm going to work later. But I need snacks. They always ask for snacks, and they want chocolate milk when they come. So I'm about to go into the store. It's 8:30 a.m. I just dropped Cameron off at school, and I'm sitting here and taking a minute to drink my gas station coffee. Nothing fancy. It's actually cappuccino. The highlight of my morning so far was the dog in the passenger seat in the car next to me, and then I was for whatever reason I was taking his picture, and his owners walked out like, hey, what are you doing with my dog? But I mean, I figure if you leave your dog in the car, you know that somebody may talk to him or take his picture. So anyway, that's what I'm up to today. These flowering hanging baskets are talking to me, and I'm trying to decide, do I need to take one home with me today? This is a much smaller grocery store in my neighborhood, and I just made a really quick trip in and then got out of there. The prices can be a little bit higher than Walmart or Sam's Club, but the time that I saved was well worth it. And you just have to be careful and make sure that you pay attention to what you're getting. Here I'm showing a little bit of what's in my cart. I picked up some jalapenos, a few bananas, a pineapple, some fruit snacks, some juice pouches, some chips for dinner later. Of course, you can see that hanging basket in my cart, and a cup that I picked up because Father's Day is next month, and I saw it and I knew that it was a good size. So I'm just grabbing my chocolate milk, and then I'm getting out of here. Next one for you. So for the last meal in this video, I am just cooking up some taco meat. I am just using the big container of taco seasoning from Sam's Club. And I'm getting started on some jalapenos so that I can make stuffed jalapenos in the air fryer. And I'm cutting off the ends and then slicing them in half. I think normal people probably wear gloves when they do this, but I've had so many experiences with jalapenos that I now know not to touch any part of my skin, especially my eyes. This mixture that I'm putting into the jalapenos is some of the taco meat, and I mixed in about a quarter of a block of cream cheese and additional crushed red pepper. We want our peppers to be kind of spicy, and so here I'm adding some of the Taco Bell habanero shredded cheese. I mean, it sounds like it would be really hot, but it's not really that spicy. While the jalapenos are in the air fryer, I sliced up some lettuce and some onions. And here I go again with those onions, and let me tell you, they were still just as strong as they were the other day when I cut them up. This is what our jalapenos look like when I took them out of the air fryer. They were in there for 15 minutes. And so I had no salsa, so I decided I was just going to mix something up, some diced tomatoes and some diced green chilies. Then I added some dried cilantro, some onions, salt and pepper, some garlic powder, and some cumin. And the cumin, I think, wasn't necessary. You live and you learn, and I will know better next time. And this was our little buffet that we set up. We just had some chips and some meat. I topped mine with some of the habanero cheese, some of the salsa, some black olives, a little sour cream on the side, and then I pulled all the toppings off of the neighboring jalapeno when I got mine out, so I decided, oh well, I have to take him too. And that was our dinner. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button.